InShalla. Come on. There I am. Okay, here we go. InShalla and Ashe. Sorry, I always have to wait for my YouTube channel to go online. Seems to take a little longer. But as always, InShalla Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. Tonya D here, if you're on my personal private page. But welcome to the Daily Snippet. I created these snippets to get us on our way with our day in a magical kind of way. So is anybody feeling dense or heavy with the magic of this lioness meets lion's gate? So I can't say that I have, but I've actually been reflecting that other people are. So I feel like we're still in this vortex. I literally feel amazing. I've been doing rituals probably every day, different ones to call in different elements. But I feel like maybe my cosmic calendar, those aspects on my personal biorhythm are actually in this higher alignment, this frequency. Maybe that's why, honestly, I'm not sure there. But today, the energy of the day is like love in action, or today we want to act on loving ourselves. So we often see this as our ego, but it's an aspect inside of us that actually puts things in motion, or sometimes not. More on that little snippet later. But the 4 pillars of today, we have this yang metal Geng day master with a tiger on the branch. So you can see it's a pretty yang kind of energy between the day actually and the month. So yang energy is more our lifestyle. It's our living style, where the yin energy is more of our constitution, our inner world. I really don't bring in the hour because it shifts when I do these, but the yang metal, the day master, it's unrefined metal. It works on our large intestine, the navel, and also the monkey has the large intestine and the navel as well. The tiger is actually the gallbladder. A primary color for metal would be like golds and white. A secondary color is like the shiny silver colors, or just shiny, things that are shiny. Kind of reminds me of the genies in the Dagara. They like shiny things. Yeah, they like shiny things, anything shiny. The aspects of the home would be the northwest or the west. Gemstones that you could wear would be like pearls, a crystal, white diamonds, things that sparkle. The planet actually is Venus. I don't really talk about the planets that much in 4 pillars, but each of the name masters or the elements also have a planet that correlates with them. And metal itself is the inward movement. It's the season of the fall, which we actually have entered. We're actually in the beginning phases of the fall. If I was to work on somebody energetically, I might do a metal, seasonal, or elemental facial to balance out the lungs and the large intestine. So this is like the reflex zone of the lung, and the large intestine is like the sides of the face. So the emotion is actually courage. It's careers like management, military, kind of strategic military kind of stuff. The creation of automobiles, like you're in the industry where you build them, you're a mechanic, or even creating jewelry, or an esthetician, the skin. So if this was a person, that would be the career path with the monkey on the month, because they're like-minded energies. But as far as the element to bring in today, water is actually the missing element, even though it's hidden in those stems on the branches. So with all this metal, earth is actually the support element, but we actually have that in the year, and it's hidden also in the stems of the month and the day. The tiger has that hidden support, but the yang wood to the yang metal is scratchy. So it's like the earth energy is like the physical, and the stems are the heaven energy. So they don't get along. So it might be a little scratchy, like this person might little hack away through words probably to their partner, because on the day branch, the relationship to the partner is the element right below. That's kind of how that works. But this person would probably, it'd be a scratchy relationship with their partner, kind of like picking at them. But water would actually be the element for today. Water is communication, it's teaching, it's divination, it's healing, it's aspects of fishing, or anything to do with water, lecturing. So there's different aspects. Myself, I have no water in my chart whatsoever, and water is my support system. So I utilize the energy of the element of water to bring myself into balance. I actually bought a house with a pool. Not that I get in the pool a lot. I am getting in it today. My fairy godchildren are coming over, but it's all the essences of water that I actually utilize to bring my beingness in to balance. So you can bring in these activities in these different forms to actually ground. You could go to water and sit and get in the frequency of it, like literally seriously tune in to the energy of water and its frequency, even the spirit beings of water. The cosmic energy of today is one of our actions, our character, our personality, and our behavior. So besides putting things into motion, it also puts things at a halt, at a standstill. So this is like our fight, flight, and freeze. It's our survival. It's our tribe kind of narrative. For me, it's kind of like our inner warrior or a hero. So you might feel defensive a little bit today, or feel like you need to put out a bunch of little fires. With all of the action energy, today would be a great day for any kind of movement. Movement being like, for me, it'd be getting on my treadmill, going for a walk, meditation, yoga, anything really, any kind of thing that gets you moving. You could also channel the energy to clean your house or, tackle a project, really anything that needs the higher energy or frequency. And you can utilize it actually to your benefit because we have all this energy that we need to disperse. So it's a day to put what you love into motion, or how to raise literally your frequency, your love frequency in your day-to-day reality. So this is a day to really start the story in your personal day-to-day in your love space. Really begin to start a new practice or a habit, a ritual that literally embodies what you envision or vision for your greatest love of all time, which should be authentically self first. It's also a very magical day to eliminate or remove any aspect that actually restricts or holds you back on the quality of your love story, your personal love story. So it might be the day where you need to end a relationship or anything that is truly unhealthy to your being. So, you have to kind of stop the draining or anything that puts you down, brings you down, anything that pulls love out of your life. It's not in frequency, it's not in vibration, it's not resonating with you. It really is like we get to write our own personal love blueprint, like bring that outside of us, our own energy blueprint of our love story, and bring that out, the one that actually resides within us. Do something that is actually a symbol of your new habit. You could write down all of your intentions on paper. That's the act of it. Make sure it's like positive action or intentions of starting the process. It's like a surfer going out to ride the wave. So he's in the process to ride the wave on a surfboard. So in the process, it's the creativity and also the manifestation. So we need to be creative to get the manifestation flowing. So we're putting our intention into action, actually acting on the intention. So remember, it's truly quality over quantity. So really just do what's best and authentic to you in your own personal day-to-day in your love frequency. So taking one action to manifest this new love story in your day-to-day. So it's really time to kickstart your heart in life, in this journey on the earth plane of higher love, what that looks like. And just taking one step forward in the right direction, just taking the first action, organically the next one will just like pop up. It'll be like that kind of frequency. It's really like one step at a time. So that's really the authentic nature of God universe, the galactic universe. It's like love walking your talk, or walking your talk, making the move, taking the action to initiate and elevate the quality of our personal love story, the personal care that we give to ourselves in our day to day. I'm working on it myself. I got to be honest. I'm trying to get rid of things that I know aren't healthy in my beingness, and my body knows. I know, my spirit knows. So it's like taking a stand. So the lioness meeting this lion's gate on Sunday, it truly opened the channel to divine love. So whatever intention you set, those intentions are officially coming into action, and they're getting into the flow. So I think, going to the water and offering the action of getting that intention in the flow. So it's like the voice of authentic love was actually heard. It's the power of love is actually high, and actually it's strong. It's on the earth plane today. It's got its inner strength. It's divine strength. So anything that is lacking in your love village or feels loveless in its structure, in the creation, fear, or any intention that's loveless, actually, and lacking in love, in that love barometer, are really going up against the infinite, the infinity, the infinite, the power of love. So just seeing a new vision of our future and transmuting negative energies into positive one authentically, truly connects us to the spiritual realms, the God channel, or, galactic universe. Just, it assists us in manifesting our own self, our own beingness, instead of being influenced by others or even trying to conform to whatever the norm is. Yeah. So just realizing our own ideas and transforming those destructive urges into constructive ones. So it's like the power of love versus the love of power. So our root center is highly activated today. That's why we have all this excess energy. We kind of have to burn it off. Any shade of red, from pinks to burgundy. I'm wearing the vibration of pink. It's a great one actually to ground with as well. Red is kind of the builder of our strength. Even red orange, the deep dark wines, like Merlots or a Malbec, the dark burgundies of the red are also, they're better to ground with or into. And the moon itself is in Virgo. So, we might be analyzing our inner emotional barometer, the moon, our feelings, analyzing what we feel. So it's like cleaning is really a thing for balancing with this moon's energy, and our senses, what we intuitively sense, are really guiding us to a higher vibe of solutions on a day like today. And the ego aspect itself, it might be easily fired up, or possibly maybe it's feeling a little challenged. So you really want to stay in the field of the higher good, the gooder, the mostest. So we ultimately know that really authentically in our being that that's the way to flow anyway, and focus on manifesting abundance. And what is abundance to you? So I feel and I sense that being creatively abundant is truly the loving way to be. Money is like a condition that we have been programmed with. Valuing ourselves in our inner world creates value on the outer world, out even into the cosmic and return. So our mind might think what we are manifesting is for us only, but the world is actually asking for that benefit as well. So this is really like bringing both parties, the heart and the mind, to the table to have a conversation and to share. The seed sound for today, it's the root seed sound, I should say. It's our root center. It's LOM. So it's the O sound in road. So it's LOM. So, that's kind of how it sounds as you chant it. You could focus on each of your energy centers and chant this tonality through each and every energy center. to really ground in your emotions, to ground in your causal field, your mental field, your solar plexus, your heart, ground in your throat. And as you go up and you channel through the sound, you really want to finish at the root, at the base. You could actually bring in the color of red as you do this to really clean out the cosmic clutter that might be stuck in your energy centers. Now, what's actually kind of cool today, I went back to my Threads of Fate card deck. So, I don't use it that often because I don't feel like the pictures look that great or give the deck the value of the beauty in these cards. So I tried to enhance it a little bit. But we have what's called the ruler of wands. Wands in general, they represent fire, which is actually the energy of today. So it's always so funny when I pull these cards and I'm looking at what's happening in the cosmic highway and, in the elemental realm. So just knowing that fire is like inspiration, creativity, it's the energy of the raw and the wild, it's the wedame, it's passion, it's excitement. So this card is actually incredibly encouraging. It really suggests that we bring out our dreams, the ones that we carry inside of us, that we are ready to actually make them manifest, become physical. The things that we need along the way in the journey on Earth School will actually find us, which is awesome. So our job is actually to remain like plugged into the bigger picture, our own authentic big picture. Our ideas aren't really simple, and yet, they really can't be done all by ourselves. So take care in choosing the best people in your village, your tribe, who really believe in your vision. And also, these people need to dedicate themselves to whatever project you're trying to manifest or create. So it's actually going to take this full commitment from everybody. So, ultimately, we need to inspire positive action, not demand it, be more positive in the action, in the commanding kind of, because ultimately, we're at the head, we're in the lead of our efforts, whatever it is we're trying to create and manifest. But we also need to remain balanced, and take our own inner priorities, our own inner love, our own self-care as well, in order to open up and draw in and also receive. So it really is about balance. Otherwise, we might not be as effective in our leadership abilities, the ones, how we could be. Metal is also an energy vibration of being a leader. So if we don't take these into consideration or action, our tower that we're trying to build, manifest, create, it actually could come crumbling down because the foundation isn't solid. So instead of putting all of this on our shoulders, it's better to, outsource that support in building or creating it, so we can see ultimately what we want to build, what we want to create. And just know, there's different steps that actually have to be taken, baby steps. So this brings in like pure light, pure vision. So it's control, action, and also passion merging. So I always say that I'm building a queendom. So I prefer to surround myself in my village, my tribe, with people who bring authentic support. I support them, creating their magic, and in turn, they actually support me. So it really is balancing, and, you have to have boundaries around your village to make sure there's integrity there to create it. I almost forgot the angelic beings for today. So we still have the wizardry of Raziel, but we also have Ariel, the lioness of God. And, this one really seems fitting with the energy of today because we just had the Lion's Gate and this vortex is still open. So he's the healing angel of nature, the earth, the four-leggeds, or, the two-leggeds, the air beings, all of the animals in nature, really. It could be even a fish, but his role really is to connect us with all forms of nature, the physical and also the otherworldly forms. You can call on this archangel, Ariel, if you feel like you need assistance with anything in your earthly desires to actually manifest them. So if you want to shift your career and your environment, or if you want to create a magical garden, this is the angelic being that will really assist with all of that. Azrael is like whom God helps, often known as the angel of death. He's another angel you could call in today. He actually assists souls to actually cross over the rainbow bridge. And he consoles the survivors, those that are left behind on the earth plane, to assist them in healing their grief. But I also sense that he assists in any form of loss. A loss of a loved one, a lover, a relationship, a job, when things end, to assist through the new beginning. So he really can assist us with ending our outdated behaviors or habits or characters, even our actions that aren't really loving to our soul, our narrative, our prime directive. Another archangel, actually, I love this archangel, is Metatron. I work with Metatron a lot. He's the lesser Yahweh or Yahweh. I mean, there's so many different ways to say it, but the lesser God, basically. I utilize the Merkaba a lot in my healing sessions because it actually carries all the frequencies of different shapes and symbols within it. It's like this container of magicness. So I guess I should say that I work with Metatron a lot and through Metatron, because this tool, it's actually a sacred energetic tool. It'll clear out all of the lower frequencies and vibrations or energies, and ultimately assists in understanding the galactic mysteries of the universe. Or I would say even the great mysteries, which at the current moment on the earth plane might be feeling a little mysterious, and yet they're still magical. So I resonate a lot with Metatron. I call in, actually he just shows up for me. It's kind of interesting how that happens. But some affirmations for a day like today to get you on your way would be something like, I am walking my talk with my personal love channel, or I act with love to put my channel in motion. So always be in that frequency, the action of self-love. I am sitting, or I am shifting away from all loveless situations, including relationships, career, basically any aspect that isn't for our highest good. Or I am being mindful of my heart instead of heartless in my mind. Yeah, that one really kind of came up for me today. So the mind, is a tool. I just actually had my son come over, and he has it's kind of like anxiety-ish panic attacks. So I told him to start counting down from 100 to 1 every day for a week. This is actually in my Soliciting Solitude. If you have trouble meditating, if you literally give your mind a job, that's kind of how I express this to him. You need to give your mind a job, something to do. So just start counting down from 100 to 1 for the first week, every day, maybe every hour, whenever you start feeling this way. And then 50 to 1, 25 to 1, 10 to 1. And then by then, he should be able to just literally snap his fingers and snap out of it. So that's just an idea of how our mind works. That's like a tool to shift our mind's narrative and stay heart-centric. So yeah, that's about all for today. InShalla and Ashe. Blessings, everybody, and make it a magical day.